Now, notice the directions for example 7, where you have to find the zeros of a polynomial function, and you need to write it as a product of your linear factors and list all of its zeros. So there are 5 zeros, so I think it would be easiest if we probably tried to, I don't know, graph it, and then find out if we can locate any of our zeros to make our synthetic division a little bit easier. So once you plug this into your calculator, let's go over here, and you type it all in, x to the 5th plus x to the 3rd, blah, 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 blah. Hit the graph, and notice we have, I would say that's probably a 0 at -2. So there's 1. And then it looks like we have a 0 maybe at 1, but notice how the graph comes down and then goes back up. That means you have a multiplicity. So that could either be of 2 or it could be a multiplicity of 4. My guess is it's probably going to be a multiplicity of 1. But what we're going to do is we're going to use our synthetic division. We're going to go with the notion that we have one at -2, one at 1, and another one at 1. So let's go back over here, and we'll do our synthetic division. Let's see, I like green. Green is a good color. So we'll do -2. And you have a 1 for your x to the 5th. You have a 0 for x to the 4th. Don't forget that. 1 for x to the 3rd. 2 for x squared. -12. 8. And so you bring down the 1, do all your multiplication and adding and multiplying again, and just enjoying life, having a great old time. Gives you 16, you get a +4, -8, and you get a 0. So that means that one of our zeros is at -2. Now do not use your original function to do synthetic division for your 1s. So what we're going to do is we use your depressed polynomial. Oh, I'm so depressed. So I'm going to say 1, -2, 5, -8, 4. And my goal is to keep going down until I get to an x to the 3rd, because this is basically an x to the 4th right here. And whatever I get on this line will be an x to the 3rd. So I bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Add those, you get -1. -1 is 4. 4, -4, -4. 0. So 1 is a 0. Now remember, it looked like back in our graph, we had this little curve here, so it looks like one of these jobbies where it's a double root. So let's try 1 again with our new depressed polynomial, like so. Bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 0, 0, 4, 4, 0. So yay, we do have another 1. Now you don't have to list the other one again, and if you want you can, but you don't have to. But then left over you have a 1x squared plus 4. And since we need to find all of our, we're going to have to list our factors and our zeros. When you factor this is a difference of squares. However, it's a difference of squares with a complex root. So this is going to be a 2i and a 2i. Because square root of 4 is 2, but you have to have the i's there. So if we set each of these equal to 0, you're going to get -2i and a +2i. So your zeros, here are 4 of them. If you want to list the one again, you can. But there's your zeros. Now it also says you have to list as linear factors. So in this case, you do have to actually list all of your factors, so since there are 5. So our factors would be x plus 2. We have 1x minus 1. We have another x minus 1. We're going to have an x plus 2i and an x minus 2i. So make sure you read the directions. You answer everything that it asks for, and you should be golden, pony boy.